opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
I can't believe I just scratched that car. Find my insurance card.
Dude, what do you have in this glove box? Ew, are these socks dirty?
Oh, forget about the socks. I need my insurance card.
Just pull it up on the State Farm mobile app.
But I can do that? Oh, hey, I can do that.
Yep, it's called service.
I can file a claim on here too?
Yeah, it's called service.
Whoa, I can call my agent too?
It's called service.
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Kreekak, at 402-474-1173.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air,
and Electrical.
Husker Nation, Nebraska is heading to the Pinstripe Bowl, and J-Tech Construction and Solar is here to help you score big on your home this season. Buy any 2 trades, windows, siding, roofing, solar, gutters, or doors, and save up to 20% off. Plus, enjoy no payments until 2026 and receive a $25 Valentino's gift card. Don't wait for the final whistle. Score big with J-Tech. From a new roof to energy-saving windows and solar panels, they've got your home covered like a true champ. Call 402-261-3682 to schedule your free estimate today. J-Tech Construction and Solar, proud sponsors of Husker football.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine bar. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting book. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, fog and drizzle expected throughout the day. Otherwise, cloudy skies with a high around 47. Tonight, mainly clear with patchy fog possible, the low near 30. And tomorrow, patchy fog in the morning and mainly sunny for the afternoon. We'll see a high around 52. A meteorologist, Kyle Bucker from 93.7 The Ticket, TheTicketFM.com.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Nebraska is in their first bowl game since 2016, and 93.7 The Ticket is on the scene. Join me, Nick Sainert, Jake Sorensen, and Adam Carricker for coverage from New York City for the Pinstripe Bowl at Yankee Stadium. We'll have videos of festivities on Friday with commentary and videos from pregame, during the game, and postgame on Saturday as Nebraska takes on Boston College at 11 a.m. Central Time. Coverage from the Pinstripe Bowl is sponsored by J-Tech Construction and Solar, High Electric, Lincoln Industries, and A1 Automotive. Hey guys, it's Nick. You know how much I love beer, and this game day, show your Husker pride with Dear Old Nebraska Brew, the official beer of the Nebraska Alumni Association. Brewed by Nebraska fans, for Nebraska fans, Dear Old Nebraska Brew is your go-to for every kickoff, touchdown, and celebration. Whether it's tailgating, watching the game at home, or gathering with friends, this beer is there to bring that perfect game day refreshment. Dear Old Nebraska Brew embodies the spirit of Nebraska with every sip. So crack one open and let the good times roll. Dear Old Nebraska Brew, the official beer of Nebraska alumni. Please drink responsibly.
Automotive Solutions is Lincoln's one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, from vinyl wraps to engine repair and maintenance. Automotive Solution offers fleet services as well as printing and graphic design for vinyl applications, plus installation of vinyl for boats, trucks, cars, and anything else you want wrapped. Perfection is their standard, and they never settle for less. Call today at 531-249-5600 or go to automotivesolutionslincoln.com to learn more. That's Automotive Solutions, 2040 Southwest 5th Street in Lincoln.
Raising little ones is a big job, and you do your best to give them a good start every day. That means making sure they're well cared for while you're apart. You work hard, but it's not always easy to make ends meet. There may be help. Find out if you qualify for Nebraska's Child Care Tax Credit for working parents. You could be eligible for a credit of up to $2,000 per child on your next tax return. Learn more at nebraskachildcaretaxcredit.org. Brought to you by First 5 Nebraska and Nebraska Children and Families Foundation and aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Welcome to The Drive with A.D. Raff and Ahman Green. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska eSports coach, Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, welcome to this amazing Friday here in the capital city. We got me and Benjamin, Fremont's greatest.
Fremont.
Greatest
from Columbus.
Columbus.
There we go.
Columbus. But
There
you
go.
did games in Fremont, though.
Yes.
You did games in Fremont. We got Raff holding it down. Actually, Raff is in Houston as well as AG's in Houston as well, man. We got two of them in Houston right now.
Yeah, get it right, AD. You gotta
I know.
get
It's so confusing. I was like, okay, where's everybody?
confusing. There's nothing confusing about that. No, I'm just messing with you. Where you at, Raff?
I
You
am
got Quad
in League City.
Oh yeah, that's a little east of me.
Yep.
About 45 minutes, maybe an hour east. What's up, Big Swim or Little Swim?
And
I'm confused. Is it which one?
that's why I had to
He's
get it out.
Little
I was confused because we got guys. Well, both obviously Raff and AG are both in the Houston area, and we got Swim in New York City.
New York City.
New York City. Nick, how is it going in New York, man?
It's not wedding. Yeah, he's muted his StreamYard. I'm not sure.
He's muted right now.
Yeah, we're having some StreamYard.
Well, it's you could tell it's a little laggy.
There it goes. There it goes.
There we go. Is it better?
There you go.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
video's laggy, but we can hear you good.
Yeah. I don't know. You can tell the city's starting to wake up because the cellular reception is not as strong, and just the overall like quality of technology life is not where it was even an hour ago. So anyway, if my audio is laggy or if it's bad, you guys will just have to tell me and I'll get off and leave you guys alone. But it's been good. It's like we talked about it. The hotel room is cozy. We'll say it that way. The hotel room is cozy, and me and Jake are roommates. And I'm looking at Madison Square Garden right now, which is a pretty cool site. And
got about a 3.7 mile walk in this morning without even realizing it. It all adds up real quickly. Went down the road. I got out of the hotel, ate breakfast at the diner that's in our hotel, walked outside of the hotel, looked to my left. The Empire State Building was there, started walking towards there, and just kind of didn't stop walking until about 30 minutes ago or so, and looked back, and I had 3.71 miles recorded. I thought, wow, it adds up quick. So we'll take a breath and get ready to talk to you guys.
Yeah, that's why you got to put on your walking shoes when you're in New York City.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of real estate to cover.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is. You guys, we got a ton of real estate to cover today. There's everything from Nebraska basketball, of course, the football game tomorrow, the playoffs that are coming up in a couple weeks in the NFL. As far as that goes, Nebraska landed some major hits as far as football news. But as far as Christmas-wise, Raff, how was your I'm going to get all of you guys, man. How was your Christmas? Raffy, how was yours, man?
It was good. It was really good. Great in Alabama. And then we flew down to Houston. No flight delays or anything. Made it on time. So John, my brother-in-law, made the dinner of dinners. So we were good to go.
And Johnny can throw down too, man. What you guys got, Raff?
He went all in. It was like pork rolled in bacon, and then the salad with his own dressing. I mean, it was insane. It was good.
Pork rolled in itself. Oh my goodness.
AG, what about you guys, man? You say on H-Town, AG?
Yeah. We were home, had my granddaughter, watched her open gifts, mother-in-law, and her husband came in as well. So we had a nice little crew, starting 5, myself included. I'm still a kid inside, so I got a nice little. I watched my granddaughter open her gift. She loved it. We got her set up to be just like me, a sandwich artist at Subway. We got her a whole deli set where she could make sandwiches for us, and it's kid level, so she could put the mustard and the black olives and the mayonnaise and in a foot long and then she could cash us out too. They got a little register on the thing. Oh man, she loves it. She's in on it. She's all in. So I'm like, yeah, you're on the way. You follow your grandfather. I was a Subway artist when I was a sophomore at North High School. So shout out to Subway. 48th and Ames. There you go, by Baker's.
I love it. Swim, what about you, man? What did you guys do for Christmas, brother?
Oh man, not a whole lot. Hung out with the grandparents. I kind of mentioned that on Monday, going over to Dorchester, Nebraska. It was a great time. It was really, really good. It was good. It was a nice relaxed day on Wednesday, which I spent it with family and had siblings over to the house, obviously after the grandparents, and it was just a good time. So nothing too exciting, but that was okay considering we had to catch a flight the next morning.
Absolutely. Benjamin, what about you, my man?
We for our actual Christmas celebration for my family, we went to Waverly, that's where my sister lives, and then for Christmas I went over to Schuyler at my parents' house. I slept until 11 o'clock on Christmas Day. That felt so good. I wake up at 5 o'clock every day for early break, so if I get an opportunity to sleep till 11, I'm sleeping. I'm gonna sleep. I don't care it was Christmas. I still got to celebrate Christmas after. I wanted to sleep. That's what I was looking forward to. On the 3 days we didn't have shows, I was like, I'm gonna get to sleep every single day.
Wow. Yeah. Christmas. Yeah, we had to wake my granddaughter up. We woke up and she was still out. So we was like, hey, get up.
I love it, man.
At that time.
AG, what time did you guys wake her up, man?
I think it was like 9. Like 9. But it's funny, one of our kids that lived we have 4 daughters. One of our daughters, she has been always the one to wake up first. And so she's still at 24, 25. She calls us at around 8, I think 8:30, because she's in Arizona. So she was about 7 for her and her crew. And I thought it was funny because she was always the first to knock on the door when they were kids. So she was the first to call the house in the morning to say, hey, we were opening up gifts, Mom, let's go.
I love it, man. I love it. On Christmas Day, there wasn't much because the kids came in and out because, when you get, as you know, AG, your kids are getting older. They have their, fiancés, relationships. And so Keenan, they came over later. Nye was there a little bit later, and then last night when we had my brother, the kids over to the house. So and my brother, and I got books, man. I got a lot of books, which I'm pumped about, man, to add to the library collection. But I think as we get older, and AG with kiddos, you'll get this, man. There's more gratitude just watching them. There's more. You just enjoy watching your kids do their thing, man, which is really cool. We just get to that age to where you're just glad you're alive. You're just glad you're still here.
AD was going Clark W. Griswold last night.
I was. Raff sent me that meme. Clark Griswold watching film.
Going through all the emotions.
Absolutely. You guys, we got a full show coming up for you today. Nick, okay, I could ask you guys this because you guys weren't on the spillover, but Nick and Jake, they got one bed, Raff and AG. My suggestion for Nick and
you gotta paper rock scissors that thing.
Yeah, man.
Who's Big Spoon?
Text line, let us know. You ripped a quick good morning. He goes, you should call Nick Big Slim now because of all the walking you're doing. So, Nick, I'm going to ask you this. And Raff and AG, you let me know how you guys feel. I think they ought to rotate nights, sleep in the bed. But you guys go ahead.
Hey.
I digress.
I just want to know who Big Spoon and who Small Spoon is.
Plain Stranger Automobiles, John Candy, Steve Martin.
Hey,
that's not a pillow.
guys. Now here, once again, so this is going to be not repetitive, but this is going to be regurgitated information for those that might have listened on the spillover. So yeah, there's only one bed in here, and as a younger person, I always I'm offering, when you're a little bit older, I was like, I'll let you have the bed, and that's maybe my fault. Is I said, Jake, I'll let you, have the bed. Well, then Jake, to his defense, like he says, and I need to make sure I say this so he, doesn't get all mad. He offered, he's like, Nick, we can do a whole pillow wall thing. And I said, Jake, my problem is I don't trust myself.
Whoa.
Even
What?
with a pillow. No, not to move. I move around a lot.
Nick,
I need space.
It's the swim.
No. I need space. I just move. And so without even thinking about it. And so I was like, I just, I don't want to have even the potential for an awkward situation, when we wake up. And so
karate kick him in this.
Yeah, right. So I was like, it's fine. So I called the New Yorker yesterday when I was on the way to the Omaha airport, and I was like, hey, here's my reservation. Can I get a cot in our room? And they were like, yeah. They were like, absolutely, yeah, you can get a roll. We got it for you. And I was like, all right, cool. So we get here. I'm thinking I'm gonna get a cot, or I'm gonna get a rollaway bed. We're gonna be in good shape. And we're checking in, and I give them the card for the security deposit or whatever, and they go, all right, yep. So one bed, and I said, I called this morning and requested a cot. Is that on there? And they were like, oh, sir, the room's not big enough to hold a cot. And I was like, oh, okay, sounds good then. So we got
pushed
back
the envelope, Nick.
I tried.
Okay.
And so here's the thing though, is we were leaving the pub last night, and I get back in and I go, Jake, I'm gonna ask for an extra set of like bed sheets. So I go up to the desk and I'm like, hey, can I get an extra set of sheets, a couple extra pillows, and like a comforter if possible? And they're like, yeah, we'll have it sent up to your room. And so about 20 minutes later, we get a knock on the door at like 1:45 in the morning, and this lady drops off a giant bed set, essentially. And I created a little space right at the foot of the bed on the floor. I laid down the sheet. I slept with the comforter, and I had 3 pillows, and I was out like a light by 2 a.m.
Yeah. When it comes to sleep, your body's like, hey, bro, you got to figure something out because we about to pass out.
Hey, you know what, Raff, what I was thinking, Nick, you could always do the bathtub, man.
What?
That is
no.
Well, see, and that wouldn't have been an issue yesterday, but now today, I mean, I showered this morning at like 6 a.m. local time, so 5 a.m. Central time. Jake, I think, is just taking care of business right now. Like I'm not trying to like get into a half wet tub or anything. Like you have to make sure that's
Nah,
dry and
that's
everything.
off limits right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
I
mean,
don't know.
guys,
I don't know what you think about AD.
I'll be honest. I just hope they vacuum. Like I'm just hoping like that's what I'm hoping. Which it's a real nice hotel. So like I'm not knocking the hotel, but I slept honestly great, and I probably didn't get enough sleep. I think I got like 4.5 hours. So ultimately, I'm gonna be exhausted tonight too, which means I'll just be able to sleep anywhere. So I'll be fine.
Jeff G goes. He goes. What happens in New York stays in New York.
No. Every Jeff, whatever me and Jake do in New York, whether it's outside or inside, it's going to be able to be talked about. Okay, we're not doing anything that can't be talked about that needs to stay in New York. All right, let me tell you that right now.
Yeah.
IQ crew, good morning. He goes, man, guys, if you're not seeing this yet, it is pretty dang good. I am going to brag on the kiddos a little bit. It goes, AD, your video of your kids beatboxing and rhyming you shared on X is next level. How cool. And he's always big swim. IQ crew, good morning to you guys. Check it out on X if you're on there. In fact, follow all the guys. Ahman Green's picture is out real fast before the break. What's yours on X, Ahman?
Oh, I got a couple. I got Ahman Green 30 and then AG Gamers Lounge.
Raffy.
Chris Raff 7.
Nick.
You might have
Nick _ Sainer.
Oh, there he is.
Nick _ Sainer. Sainer, Nick, spell your last name for the folks, just in case, man.
SEHNERT.
There you go.
You know what that sounds like to me? Broadcaster of the year.
I thought you were going to say something else.
I
love it. Folks, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we have so much to discuss. Man, the men's hoop team went over to the Big Island, and they actually
didn't work.
They put AG. They did.
Put in work.
They put in work. Surprised the hell out of me. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Because Nick, you think about this. I'm not gonna delve too much into it right now until we get back. Early in the season, I did not see this, but nevertheless, we will talk about when we come back. We got men's basketball that took care of business over in Hawaii, and then we have a lot of portal news to get into as well. Nick will give us a rundown, obviously, of the temperature that's there in New York City. We got predictions. We got portal news because there was some big gets in the portal. And you guys, college football is just crazy right now. And, there was even new news that came out actually earlier this week, late last week. Even if you're a JUCO, there's news to talk about that as well. Folks, we got two guys in Houston, AG's in Houston, Raff's in Houston. We got Nick in NYC. Me and Ben are holding it down here at the mothership. 937 a ticket. We'll be right back.
Hey farmers, join Boyk Farm Outfitters at Precision Planning's Winter Conference happening January 22nd and 23rd at Innovation Campus in Lincoln. At Winter Conference, they'll cover topics like fertilizer inputs, weed management, spraying technologies, and priorities of the planter pass, to name a few. It's your chance to see new research that'll put you and your farm ahead of the curve, and it's free to attend. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, this event's for you. Visit BoykFarmOutfitters.com for all the details and to reserve your spot today.
The Body Lab, located at 14th and Yankee Hill, is Lincoln's premier physical therapy and recovery lab. The Body Lab offers trigger point dry needling, cupping therapy, joint manipulation, and so much more. Looking to relax and relieve stress after a long day or difficult workout? The Body Lab's recovery lab is the ideal spot. Featuring infrared sauna, a cold plunge tub, or if you're just looking for enough space to stretch out and reset your mind. Learn more about memberships and schedule your service today at thebodylablnk.com or visit the Body Lab in person at 14th and Yankee Hill Road.
And the holiday sales event is now underway with unbelievably low interest rates and huge discounts on both our new and pre-owned inventory. Right now, we're offering 0% interest rates or $13,000 off select new models. These are the absolute biggest discounts of the year. You heard right, 0% interest rates or $13,000 off select new models. So please stop on in or check us out online at CobbleCars.com. All deals with approved credit, must trade, and Costco.
Husker Nation, Nebraska is heading to the Pinstripe Bowl, and J-Tech Construction and Solar is here to help you score big on your home this season. Buy any 2 trades, windows, siding, roofing, solar, gutters, or doors, and save up to 20% off. Plus, enjoy no payments until 2026 and receive a $25 Valentino's gift card. Don't wait for the final whistle. Score big with J-Tech. From a new roof to energy-saving windows and solar panels, they've got your home covered like a true champ. Call 402-261-3682 to schedule your free estimate today. J-Tech Construction and Solar, proud sponsors of Husker football.
New year, new you? Barrel's Extreme Body Shaping can help make sure you keep that resolution this time. Our proven system combines kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition, along with our expert coaching to make sure you're moving forward toward your goals. The next 10-week challenge starts January 11th, but if you enroll now, you can start today and get a head start on those gains for no extra cost. Plus, head to fxblincoln.com and you can save $100. Don't wait. Barrel's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill and 70th and Vine.
At Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical, we're ready, reliable, and recommended. Water heater acting up or your sump pump on the fritz? Call Action. Summer's around the corner. Is your AC working? Are you sure? Call Action. Electrical problems? I'm telling you, call Action. Call Action for a free same-day estimate or a trusted second opinion. You heard that right, a free same-day estimate. 402-423-6960. ActionLincoln.com.
Nebraska is in their first bowl game since 2016, and 93.7 The Ticket is on the scene. Join me, Nick Sainert, Jake Sorensen, and Adam Carricker for coverage from New York City for the Pinstripe Bowl at Yankee Stadium. We'll have videos of festivities on Friday with commentary and videos from pregame, during the game, and postgame on Saturday as Nebraska takes on Boston College at 11 a.m. Central Time. Coverage from the Pinstripe Bowl is sponsored by J-Tech Construction and Solar, High Electric, Lincoln Industries, and A1 Automotive.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com. General Fire and Safety has been keeping Lincoln businesses and commercial structures safe for more than 50 years. From a simple fire extinguisher to full fire suppression systems, Lincoln has trusted General Fire and Safety to provide top-of-the-line products, installation, and maintenance. If you're starting a new business in a brand new building, call on General Fire and Safety to help you plan a fire safety system that fits the specific needs of your business, employees, and customers. Call General Fire and Safety today at 402-261-0116.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today. Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
I can't believe I just scratched that car. Find my insurance card.
Dude, what do you have in this glove box? Ew, are these socks dirty?
Oh, forget about the socks. I need my insurance card.
Just pull it up on the State Farm mobile app.
But I can do that? Oh, hey, I can do that.
Yep, it's called service.
I can file a claim on here too?
Yeah, it's called service.
Whoa, I can call my agent too?
It's called service.
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Kreekak, at 402-474-1173.
Raising little ones is a big job, and you do your best to give them a good start every day. That means making sure they're well cared for while you're apart. You work hard, but it's not always easy to make ends meet. There may be help. Find out if you qualify for Nebraska's Child Care Tax Credit for working parents. You could be eligible for a credit of up to $2,000 per child on your next tax return. Learn more at nebraskachildcaretaxcredit.org. Brought to you by First 5 Nebraska and Nebraska Children and Families Foundation and aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Gray on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, we're back here.
Jake is blurred out.
We are live. Been holding down the ones and twos while Nick is in New York City. We got Raff again in Houston as well as AG. They're 45 minutes apart, give or take, depending on traffic, but we are right downtown Lincoln. There is very little traffic going on down here in Lincoln. It is very quiet as far as that goes. You guys, let me ask you guys this. I'm going to throw it out there to everyone. Nick, I'm going to have you start off. Put it that way. Nick, I'll start off. Nebraska wins, and congrats to Nebraska. They take care of Oregon State 78 to 66 in the tournament over in Hawaii. Nick, we were talking because me, you, and Rico went to the game where they played. What was the team from New Jersey, Nick? I cannot forget. I forget the name of that team they played.
It was Fairleigh Dickinson.
Fairleigh Dickinson out of New Jersey. Not actually, Nick, it's not very far from where you're at right now. I know it's New Jersey, but it's not because when I usually fly into New York, AG, you may have done this as well. Raff, I think you flew in LaGuardia or JFK. But Fairleigh Dickinson is not very far from where you're at right now, Nick, as far as that goes. Over in Jersey, across the boroughs. Nick, we watched that game, and I came away like, this is going to be a long freaking year. You fast forward today to yesterday, December 26th, 25th, actually. Nebraska takes care of business Christmas tonight. Did you see this coming, Nick?
Well, I think it's more important to maybe just say, you know what? At least they didn't lose. Like the wins maybe weren't as high quality as you would have preferred, right? Everybody gets so caught up in the metrics and the analytics and the quad 1 wins, the quad 2 victories. And these were quad 3 wins, and especially the game that they won against Hawaii in Hawaii. That one actually counts and is viewed as a true road game. So that actually benefits Nebraska as well, despite it being in a tournament at a quote neutral site location. So through it all, I mean, here's the thing. It's a good thing for Nebraska, and this is where Fred Hoiberg continues to make steps forward in the right direction, is last year they didn't have any of those bad losses in the non-con against an Incarnate Word or a Kennesaw State. This year, Nebraska, to this point, their 2 losses look really, really good. And I know we hate to do that so often and say, yeah, it's a quality loss or it's a good loss. But once again, according to the metrics, losing to those 2 teams, Michigan State and St. Mary's, those are quote unquote good losses. And so Nebraska's been able to avoid any potential resume killers, and they've also been able to take care of business. And so that's why they see themselves as a top 40 team in the country right now. And if the season ended today, they'd for sure be in.
Raff, you got Nick. You spoke on it well, Nick. Raff, you got their losses to St. Mary's, to Michigan State. Obviously, we know Michigan State, and that happens in the Big Ten. That happens in any conference. First of all, you just caught a team on a buzzsaw as far as that goes. They didn't miss anything. That game against Michigan State reminded me when Nebraska played Wisconsin 2 years ago, when they went into Wisconsin, into Madison, and just got the doors blown off of Madison. Wisconsin was basically shooting into an ocean that night. Michigan State did the same thing. They just beat us up physically. Coach Hoiberg came and said, you know what, we're going to play physical this week. He was pissed off. He was mad. And the guys played it to respond. Raff, and St. Mary's, as you know, St. Mary's is always, for the past number of years, they've always been in the tournament in March Madness. They're taking care of business. But, Raff, I'm going to say this. Bryce Williams, Raff, he is playing at a high caliber right now. I've always thought Bryce at times has played somewhat disinterested at times. But Bryce Williams this year is not playing that way because this dude has all the potential, and he's showing it right now, Raff. He had 31 the other night, 30 or 31 the other night. He chips in, I think, 25 2 nights ago on Christmas night. Raff, how big is it that Bryce is just saying, you know what, I'm in go mode?
Oh, it's huge for him. And for Nebraska, it's great, but for him individually, I mean, he's starting to get, publicity nationally. You have people talking about his game and the way he's been playing. Now he's at this point now is like, don't rest on your laurels, continue, keep on striving forward. I mean, he has an opportunity to do some gigantic things individually. And then that'll only just make this team so much better. Then going back to the Michigan State game too, it's like, sometimes a game like that where you just totally get the doors blown off of you, it kind of refocuses you. I don't know, AG, if you've ever had that where in the pros, or and I know it never happened in Nebraska, but where you guys had a game where you just didn't show up and everything was refocused the next week. And then, I know, like following the Broncos all those years, the Broncos wouldn't show up for a game, and then the next week, it looked like they were the best team in the country. But
Yeah, I'll say but it happened sophomore year. It was that Arizona State game down in Sun Devil Stadium. That was the one time. And previous to that was other games in my freshman year, like the K-State game. We started off slow at home. Washington State game, we started off slow at home, but we turned it around real fast. But then the next year, those games where we started off slow in the early part of the first half, going in the second half, it was the whole game, against Sun Devil. It was just the right team that they had, personnel wise, player wise, good players, good leadership. They had Pat Tillman on that roster. Jake Plummer as well. Great, fantastic, pretty good NFL quarterback, to his right. So having that good mixture of players and leadership on their side, that led to what we had, I say a little bit downfall, just a little let off the pedal in terms of our focus in that game. But we were able to bounce back after that, win like 10, 11 straight to get to the Big 12, the first Big 12 championship. And Texas just had one game, one play better than us in that game there. But moving on, to the next year for any, young guys like myself being a sophomore and guys going to be junior and senior, we're like, what, next year you got to turn it around. And you talking about Bryce Williams, you look at him, he's a senior. This is his time. When you become a senior, you got to look at, this is it. So I got to play every game my best out here and try to make sure you leave your mark. And then also with the chances to go into the NBA, you got to make sure you show everybody that you're worth that. You are a pro player level pro player out there on the basketball court. And yet the team wise is going to have some slow games in the beginning. I say basketball sometimes does have that. And then now they're starting to wake up, especially the best time to wake up is before conference play, because being in the Big Ten, being in SEC, ACC, those are big conferences that were, if you stand up strong during the regular season in your conference play, it makes it easier going into NCAA bracket time.
AD, I think what's interesting also to a couple of points here. When we went and saw in person, I mean, obviously the FDU game, still early in the season, right? And I think there's something that Nebraska, especially in the position that they're at, where they utilize the transfer portal pretty heavily, and they did so over the offseason. They have to find rotations. They have to find what works for them. And that can, lead to, not having a whole lot of rhythm offensively, not being able to get stops defensively, not understanding how to play with each other. I think we use that cliche reference, but in basketball, it's certainly important. So I don't know if I was worried. I think I was more curious after that Michigan State game of how are they going to respond. And this kind of speaks to some of those guys from the portal, the leadership, right? When you look at Bryce Williams, like you talked about, who is here for his second season after he transferred from Charlotte 2 off seasons ago, you're sitting here saying, okay, Bryce, yeah, he's a leader. You bring in an experienced guy like Raleigh Wooster as well. And I think Nebraska's now found a spot and a time, Fred Hoiberg specifically, we saw this in Hawaii, where they utilized Andrew Morgan a little bit more. Braxton Mia still got the start. Connor Sejan played his minutes. Bryce Williams was able to take over the game, but then also against other teams where Bryce wasn't maybe his best, other guys still stepped up. Bryce Williams scored 9 points against Murray State. I mean, I can't remember. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head the last game, if there even was one, where Bryce Williams scored less than 10 points and Nebraska still won the game. That's a good sign going forward, I think, for the Huskers, because when you play more formidable opponents than a Murray State, or when you play other Big Ten and like-minded opponents, they're going to be able to kind of, athleticism-wise, defense-wise, game plan-wise, be able to shut down Bryce Williams, or at least give him a tougher test.
Nick, you bring up a good point in that you mentioned something about the roster. AG, and Raff, I want you guys to think about this. There are only 3 guys on that active roster. Obviously, Rink Mass is out this year, dealing with injury and healing, etc. You have Hoiberg, you got Jawan, and you have Bryce. 3 guys. That's it on that active roster. They were there last year. What does this say to Hoiberg as far as that goes? It would say to get those guys to jail, because Nick, you bring up a good point. Dude, there's 9 other guys on there, 10 other guys, give or take, that have never played together before. And so, Nick, the game we went to when they played Farley Dickinson, it was almost like pickup basketball at the rec center down on campus. Just like, I got 5, you got 5, let's go play basketball. AG, Raff, what testament is this to Hoiberg into gelling those guys together? Because think about, okay, they beat Murray State, they beat Hawaii, because Nick, to your point, that's a home game for Hawaii as far as that goes. And then you take care of Oregon State, a team that only lost 2 games prior to playing Nebraska. What does this say about Hoiberg as far as that goes to getting these guys to gel together?
I mean, that's good coaching. I mean, you keep it simple when you get out there, because obviously, you know, players are going to self-adjust on their own. But as a coach the fundamentals, coach your scheme. And once you do that, guys could lock in. And when you talk about that, like kind of rec court feel, where you just going out there and playing. You know, you don't know, you know, you play your role, play defense, you know, make sure you do what you can do, you know, post up, block out, block shot stuff, things of that nature. But then when you're going out there and you have everybody that's literally on the same page, mindset wise, on what they need to do in terms of doing their role and playing to win, then that's where you get a team that comes out look like the way they have the last couple games.
Raff, do you remember? And this is where we've seen somewhat of a shift in Fred Hoiberg over the last couple of years. And this is like one of the fascinating underlying stories that we can look at, is we've seen a shift in mindset from Fred Hoiberg. Right? You'll remember when he got here, it was very offensive minded, and not that Nebraska's gone away from that, but especially when like Derek Walker and Sam Griesel was at that team, they started to really shift towards that defensive approach as well. A lot of that comes from Nate Lenzer as well. I mean, and so there's that piece to it. Like I remember, I mean, you said it, AD, where there was like pickup basketball against FDU or early in the season. We can just say early in the season. But it wasn't the pickup basketball that we saw in the early years of Fred Hoiberg. Like it wasn't Cam Mack out there trying to just light things up and shoot bow and arrows into the crowd and things like that. It was like Bryce Williams. They were trying to figure it out. It just was not smooth. It was not gelling. But now we're starting to see it. But they were still able to win games. Why? Because their defensive intensity. That was the biggest issue against Michigan State. It is that they just didn't have the effort. They didn't have the intensity, whether it was on the glass, whether it was on the defensive side as well. But now, Raff, like in comparison to the early years of Fred Hoiberg, in comparison to those teams, even when it looks clunky now, it still looks like better basketball than Cam Mack Cam Mack and Eve Cheatham and those types of guys.
Before you go on, Nick, you talked about some history. We're going to use that as our history segment because you mentioned back in the day, everyone's heard about testosterone replacement therapy, but how do you know who to trust? Ageless Men's Health is the nation's leader in testosterone weight loss. No upselling, no unnecessary supplements, just real solutions. With a team of registered nurses and nurse practitioners, they look at your whole health and create a playbook you'll understand. They use the best products, including HCG, to keep your body safe and protect your fertility. This is the best team in the game, and they're ready to earn your trust. Google Ageless Men's Health Lincoln and check out their 175 plus 5-star reviews. Raff, as Nick mentioned, as far as they're not as clunky right now. And Raff, the box scores, as far as this goes, you look at the guys, Nebraska, obviously they take care of the game. But Raff, I want to talk about Burke. I want to throw it out to you. Burke Buchendale, 16 points, 6 boards. Juwan Gary, 14 points. Raff, I want to talk about Juwan Gary real fast because he, to me, you guys, AG and Nick and Raff, he, to me, so goes Nebraska, so goes Juwan, so goes Nebraska, because he does a little bit of everything. Would you guys agree that does a little bit of everything? But Raff, what he brings to the table, obviously we're talking about Bryce, because Bryce, I'm proud of that young man, and quite honestly, I think it's because he grew his beard back. He's Samson again. He's got his beard back, man. He's got his beard back. He's putting in work. But Raff, talk about Juwan Gary and how important he is to Nebraska basketball.
It's since he's always been here. He's always been a spark for Nebraska, especially on the defensive side of the ball. When he's been injured, it's you've definitely seen it affect Nebraska. It's good to see him back. I'm glad that he decided to come back, and I just I've always enjoyed watching him play just because he's such a scrapper when it comes. Just you can't say enough. Heck, he got a black shirt for goodness gracious. So I mean he's a top-notch defender. So I'm glad he came back for another year. That's for sure.
Hey, AG, James and Lincoln, good morning to you, man. He goes, James, you go, and Jawan is the straw that stirs the drink. I totally agree with you that, James. Yep. And James, you got a good point here where you said Burke is the new Casey in terms of pumping up the crowd. Connor is the new Casey in going on a heater. James, we appreciate you. Before we go to break, AG, I want to go back to Coach Hoiberg again real quick. And AG and Nick, both comment on this quick before we go to break. You look at the rest of the season. Nebraska did a great job of forgetting Lansing. And AJ, let me ask you this. You've had tough games. We've all had tough games. How critical is it to have a short memory in the Big Ten? In any college basketball, but particularly in the Big Ten, where teams are going to knock each other off. There's going to be elbows to the face to where you're like, we got our butts just boat raced this weekend. How critical is it to forget bad games?
It's very critical. It's something you learn as a kid. The first day out playing whatever sport it is, football, baseball, little league, summer track or anything, you're going to lose a lot before you win. And so that feeling is something where, you gotta, as an athlete, you gotta basically learn how to manage, because if you let that overcome your thought process, then you're not going to be the player that you want to be, because you're frustrated about the last loss that happened 2 weeks ago or whatever, or a week ago, or the day after. You can't focus. So you basically gotta like duck off a water's back. It's got to roll off, and you have to prepare. With basketball, so it's a lot more games than football. In football, you got like a week or so, at times to get ready for the next game, win or lose. But for basketball, it's literally the next day. How bad, or it's 3 days a week for the basketball team, and then for the baseball team, it's a little bit more. So that focus has to be I say laser focus, and forget about the bad games and bad plays, because you can win the game and be like, I had this play here at this series where I done this, that, and the other, and it wasn't up to par. You gotta learn from it and then move on, and because that'll keep you don't want to be down there in the dumps looking at the bad stuff. Always got basically giving you the experience to get better every game.
Nick, you have real fast. You got Nebraska. They play Southern on Monday. But then you get into the grip, into the grind of your schedule. You got Southern on Monday at home. Then you play UCLA at home on the 4th. You got Iowa at Iowa, then at Purdue, then Rutgers. Before we get too far ahead of ourselves, Nick, you're coming back from over the water from the Big Island. You got a game in 3 days. You got Southern, a team you should handle. The mentality, though, bro. What's the mentality?
Well, it's got to be, business. I think Nebraska's in a spot, and this kind of puts a bow as something I brought up right when we started this conversation about they haven't lost bad games. Here's the thing. They've set themselves up.
This game concerns me, bro.
Against Southern?
Yes.
Come on, AD.
Here's why I say it. Here's why I say it, you guys. Just caution.
They got back yesterday. They got back yesterday.
But you were still dealing with a 5-hour time change. You were there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? A 5-hour time change. And it's a team to where it's like, yeah, we should blow these dudes out. Now, to me,
that's what you think.
Is still proving who they are to me. I'm not saying we don't win, but the game is concerning to me. I'm just gonna say that.
I think previous teams, maybe it's a little more, worrisome. I think with this one though, and the way that they were able to play in Hawaii, I think that gives me a little bit of confidence going into a game like this and their ability to adjust with time, and that it's at home. If they were going on the road and had to go somewhere, that's another story. But here's the thing. They've set themselves up. If they can take care of business, I believe that if they beat Southern, they'll be 11-2 after non-conference play, going into the rest of their Big Ten conference slate.
Right.
At the end of the day, they've shaped themselves and prepared and given them an opportunity to have a pretty fun and exciting couple of weeks at PBA for conference season. They're with the new 18-team Big Ten, if Nebraska can finish top 7 you feel pretty good about this season. You feel pretty good about this season, especially when probably 8 or 9 teams will probably make the tournament. So that's the expectation. That's the hopefully the new standard going forward. And Nebraska, at least up to this point, has mostly done so and taken care of business.
Well, Nebraska's taking care of business, folks. Only 2 losses. We know who those 2 losses were. St. Mary's earlier this year, of course, Michigan State in Lansing 2 weeks ago. But they take care of business over in Hawaii. They claim the championship there. So kudos to the men's basketball team. They take on Southern Monday night, the 30th at 8 p.m. there at the Vault. Folks, we come back. We got a lot of portal news. There's been a lot of players. We landed some big-time targets as far as receivers and other positions as well. So we'll talk about that. And then we'll finish up the show. We'll talk about the previews playing against Boston College in New York City, in the Bronx, where Nick is at right now. We got Raff in both AG and H-Town in Houston. Me and Ben here at the Mothership. We'll be right back, folks. It's Drive.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. 93.7 The Ticket. Fox, KFXL Weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, fog and drizzle expected throughout the day. Otherwise, cloudy skies with a high around 47. Tonight, mainly clear with patchy fog possible, below near 30. And tomorrow, patchy fog in the morning and mainly sunny for the afternoon. You'll see a high around 52. I'm meteorologist Kyle Butler from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The electrical workers of local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today. Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
In Nebraska, we know what matters: dedication, hard work, and taking care of our own. As loyal supporters of Husker athletics, Lincoln Industries brings that same championship mindset to manufacturing right here in the Cornhusker State. They believe in precision, teamwork, and giving their all, and that includes taking care of their team with exceptional health benefits and wellness programs. Ready to be a part of a winning tradition? Visit LincolnIndustries.com to see all their current positions. At Lincoln Industries, they're building Nebraska's future one teammate at a time. Go Big Red.
Hey everyone, Lance here with Black Label. We specialize in creating custom crafted decks, pergolas, patio covers, and more. Plus, our retractable screens, gazebos, and patio enclosures create the ultimate outdoor retreat. With over 50 years of combined experience, we're not just builders, we're creators of unforgettable memories.
Call them today at 402-730-6333 or visit blacklabelbuilt.com for a free consultation.
Let's turn your backyard dreams into reality.
Black Label Built, built to serve, built to last.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
And electrical.
Start your New Year's Eve celebrations with the Lincoln Stars when they host the Omaha Lancers on Tuesday, December 31st at the Icebox. The puck drops at 6:05 for our first home rivalry matchup of the season, giving you plenty of time to cheer on the Stars before ringing in the new year. You can purchase single game tickets or a rivalry package to secure seats for 3 home matchups with Omaha now at LincolnStars.com.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake. Nebraska is in their first bowl game since 2016, and 93.7 The Ticket is on the scene. Join me, Nick Sainert, Jake Sorensen, and Adam Carricker for coverage from New York City for the Pinstripe Bowl at Yankee Stadium. We'll have videos of festivities on Friday with commentary and videos from pregame, during the game, and postgame on Saturday as Nebraska takes on Boston College at 11 a.m. Central Time. Coverage from the Pinstripe Bowl is sponsored by J-Tech Construction and Solar, High Electric, Lincoln Industries, and A1 Automotive.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now. In our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Your Christmas list changes a lot as you get older. Dreams of video games, remote control cars, and baseball gloves turn into dreams of shoes. You know, practical things. Brown Shoe Fit is the king of shoes in Lincoln, with brands like Sorel, UGG, Brooks, Hoka, and more to make you fashionable and comfortable. Grab a new Ridge wallet or buy 3, get 1 free on smart wool socks for the ultimate stocking stuffer. And don't forget a reliable gift card for that hard-to-buy person in your life. Brown Shoe Fit at 66th and Q in Lincoln.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Gray on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Big shout out to my man Luke here at the mill, 1040 O Street. I got another cup of coffee, and Luke always takes care of business down here. Folks, if you want to come down to have a cup of coffee, to write, to chill, to have a meeting, you can do that here as well. 1040 O Street. It's The Ticket, and they got great stuff, great service as always. You guys, Nebraska landed, and the guy that I'm going to talk about the most, and you guys can bring in yours in too, Dane Key. And you know what? And Nick, Raff, and AG, he has been on the radar ever since we got the receivers coach out of Kentucky as far as that goes. But Dane Key is a guy to where he had plenty of suitors to get him. And obviously getting Coach Shorts, the receivers coach, DeKale Shorts, as our receivers coach. But Key is 6'3", 210 pounds, man. He was the number 10 amongst available prospects in the portal. Number 10. To reach number 10, obviously the guy did some work there in Kentucky. You guys, AG, I'm going to start with you first, man. To get a guy like a Dane Key, again, 6'3", 210, he was the number 10 guy in there, and he was predicted actually to go to Georgia at first. Mm-hmm. So that kind of shows you the caliber of guy that this is. It was a little longer than we thought, because I thought, me personally, I thought, oh, this guy's coming right away as soon as we got Coach Hill in there. But he took some time. We got him in. How big is this for Raiola to get a guy like this, though?
I mean, size-wise, yeah. I mean, to have to be a quarterback and to have a big-time receiver in terms of size alone, I mean, go to the pro level. Go to Matt Stafford, who had Megatron for about 10 years, you know. Mm-hmm. When you have big, oversized receivers that are physical too, that, I mean, most likely need to be physical. If they're over 220 and not physical, then it's an issue. But yeah. I'm pretty sure he's going to be physical. He's going to high point the ball. Those type of throws are going to be what Dylan can throw out there, and he can throw those balls. And you saw a few of them this year. And so when you have a guy just off of size at that position, trust me, I try to cover J.J. Stokes in a flag football game probably 10 years ago. And just trust me, he was 6'4", I'm 6'1", it didn't work out. So to have that, most of the defensive backs in college football and pro ball are around between 6'1" to 6'2" on the tall end and down to 5'11", 5'10", which you're going to have a big advantage over. And then so Dana Holgerson, Dylan can take advantage of those plays with him a lot. If gets here and barring injury and everything else, he could go out there and learn the playbook fast and get ready for the regular season. It'll be a nice addition to this offense, to this team.
Absolutely. Raff, he joins Isaiah Hunter, who came in from Cal, and another addition. And Nick, I'm gonna get to you in a second, but Raff, Isaiah Hunter, this kid had a lot of offers as well. 6'2", 210. We just talked about Dane, 6'3", 210. This guy, Isaiah, 6'2", 210. It's got basically 4 years of eligibility. 3 years. Actually, no, 4 years of eligibility as far as that goes. Raff, how big is it, again, to get a guy like his?
Yeah. Well, first off, the housekeeper in Nick's room is just loud and
Jake does not stay still. Jake does not stay still.
Putting on his coat.
That's where you find out about your bro.
I mean, the man. First of all, the man is. Here's the thing: we got limited Wi-Fi, and the man's been on his laptop for the entire show so far. I was like, dude, you got to get off the Wi-Fi. I mean, we're lagging it. The New Yorker, and I was like, you got to get out of here. And he's big. I'm gonna go take a walk. And here he is. We only got 40 more minutes till we go take the subway to Ground Zero, and he hasn't done a thing. So all I'm saying is he's got to get out of here. Leave. Get out.
Leave.
Get out. There it is. We're out of here. Sorry, Raff. Go ahead.
That's all right. Oh, where were we at? Isaiah Hunter. Okay, yeah.
Go ahead.
I think you look at now, it's becoming a strength of Nebraska's offense. You think next year, because you go in, you have Hunter and Key, proven vets. You're going to have Barney back. He'll be a sophomore. I look for Jalen Lloyd to have a big game tomorrow, so I think Jalen Lloyd is in that mix come next year. So you've got, there's 4 receivers right there, and then who was the receiver that was the one that got hurt in the spring game? He's back next year, isn't he?
Well, there's a couple. There's a couple that you have. There's Jaden Doss is one that we haven't seen. Demetrius Bell. Bell.
Yep.
Yeah. So you're going to have a pretty good stable of receivers going into next year, and then it'll be interesting, just to see with them how they gel into Dana Holgerson's offense. So it'll be an exciting spring, and I think you'll start to catch a little bit of that tomorrow.
Nick, you have a lot of newcomers that join Nebraska in the bowl game preparations, the freshmen, etc. But the question I want to ask you, Nick, though, is how big is it to me? All these receivers are great. I don't think we'd land those guys if we don't have DeKale Shorts here. I want to get your opinion on that, Nick, because this guy, he's seasoned. He's got obviously, and prayers up because, obviously that's right in your area where you're at, AG. Well, you right now is Raff too. You got a Tank Dale that was under his tutelage as well when he was at Kentucky. He coached him. But Nick, I just want to hear, do you think we get these guys if we don't have a DeKale Shorts as receivers coach?
That's so difficult.
That's a tough question. He just got here.
But a guy like this, to your point, he just got here, but he brings a very strong resume with him.
Here's what I would say. I think there's more to be said about maybe Dylan Raiola being the piece of the magnet that draws them together. I think there's that part. And here's why. So with Dane Key, there's a couple, and through a couple of conversations that I've had, I know that Nebraska's making an investment into those two guys, certainly, and they needed to, because Nebraska's a 6-6 team right now, hopefully 7-6 after tomorrow. I would say this: look at the quarterback situation at Georgia. Carson Beck is out. I don't know if they have 100% direction or confidence in what direction they're going to go next year. And if you're Dane Key, a guy with 1 year of eligibility remaining, and you're looking at a situation, you can take away take away the names, take away the wins and the losses, and just strictly look at it from a football sense of what spot is going to, is it team A or is it team B? What place is it going to, best, number one, showcase my abilities. Number two, who has more of a solid ground or solid standing at the quarterback position? I think Nebraska's at that. What they're going to do at quarterback next year. There's no questioning it. And so I think with him, it's more so that than maybe even DeKel Shorts. Plus, there's the NIL piece of it as well. With Isaiah Hunter, I think there's the outlook. There's the potential for him. Raff, you alluded to it, man. I mean, looking at the differences in the variety of wide receivers that they have, both skill set wise, but also age wise. They have a guy in Isaiah Hunter who's got multiple years left. They have Dane Key, who's going to be that experienced veteran, going into it next season. And then you have kind of just a blend of what Nebraska has, an experienced sophomore going to be in Ja'Cory Barney Jr. There's excitement around the wide receiver room. Certainly part of that's DeKel Shorts Jr., the new wide receivers coach. I think this just also shows that Nebraska is making an investment in their offense. Dana Holgerson being here for 2 more years. They are building the best offense that they can around their quarterback, around Dylan Raiola, giving them the best chance to win. And if it doesn't work out, Nebraska, they're just all out of answers.
Back to the power I.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fire everybody, right? That's what we want to do, right, AG?
No. That's what we don't want to do. They don't even put me in the same sentence about fire everybody. I see what you did there, Nick. You need to pump your brakes. No, do not fire everybody. Goodness. What I was going to say about nothing. I'm not talking against Mr. Shorts, but he just got there, so he doesn't have his feet in the ground in terms of who are the athletes. I mean, it's 7,500 kids in the transfer portal. Do y'all realize that? 7,500, and you only got until tomorrow or Sunday to get in there to be eligible to go to another school. So for the coaches itself, I've talked to a few friends. Like right now, coaching at college, for the ones that's bowl games, they're not even thinking about transfer portal because they're coaching a game. So just think about that from the coaching point of view. It's like coaching and recruiting is on pause if you're playing a game. But if you're not going to the bowl, so you are deep in the water, you're deep in the trenches of talking to players, getting them in the visit, making sure they like the taste of the soup or whatever here, or wherever you're at coaching and teaching. So it's a crazy, vicious process. But again, this is why we're here. This is transfer portal. This is NIL, all working at its finest right now. But for the coaches like Nebraska staff right now, one, they're on the road. They're in New York City. They're prepared for this game. For the players, for the players coming in and the players leaving. That's what's in movement right now. Because I know, like for sure, myself, if I'm a coach right now, I'm focused on one thing: is getting my players that are on the team ready to play this game or ready to play any bowl game for that matter. But to kind of have a thumbnail of information here and there, like, oh yeah, look, we got this kid here. I'll be like, oh, okay, cool. Then I'm back to my game plan. I'm like highlighting what we're gonna do in the red zone, but then you give me a little sandwich bite of small bite of stuff of information. Oh, we got this offensive guard. Thank you. All right, I gotta get back to the game. So that's where you got to manage that, and that's where hopefully the coaches, like I said, still focus on that. And for DeKel, in terms of recruiting, it's gonna be once he gets back from this bowl game, he get his feet in the ground, learn the real estate in Nebraska in terms of the schools, and then go on, then find out who's in the portal for them and try to start getting those players influenced to come to campus, at the wide receiver position or just any other position where he comes from, being, at the other schools that he's been at.
AG, when I mentioned that earlier about Shorts, and you were like, you said, yeah, but he doesn't know the lay of the land yet.
Yeah.
And Raiola, Raff, and Nick, as you alluded to, I think as well, I agree with you in that he was the main piece because, Nick, like you mentioned, Georgia is very uncertain right now at quarterback. We know who we have here. And like you said, there were investments made. And Dane Key is the guy where he doesn't have the luxury of a couple years to take care of business. He's got 1 year left. So he wanted to go a place that was where he knew he had a bona fide, insured quarterback. And also, I think a name we haven't mentioned yet, at least today. And I think it helps when you have a Dana Holgerson as your OC, who he knows he's going to see the ball quite a bit as well. I think those things play into hand as well. Folks, when we come back, we got some predictions. I want to hear, obviously we're going to hear from all of us, but I want to hear from Nick in particular. Just going into this game with Boston College, we'll talk about that, our predictions. A few other guys will be landing the portal as well. There's a lot going on. And the big bowl games are coming up. And you know what, honestly, guys? I want to talk some NFL real quick too, man. I want to talk NFL. We'll talk NFL, but we'll talk NFL before we get to predictions. When we come back, folks. We got Raff and AG in Houston. We got Nick. There's NYC. Him and Jake will be taking care of the coverage for Nebraska in the Pinstripe Bowl there in New York City, in the Bronx. We'll be back here at the station.
Nick, don't eat the gum. Don't eat the gum on the railing. Just leave the gum alone.
It's the drive. We'll be right back.
At Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical, we're ready, reliable, and recommended. Water heater acting up or your sump pump on the fritz? Call Action. Summer's around the corner. Is your AC working? Are you sure? Call Action. Electrical problems? I'm telling you, call Action. Call Action for a free same-day estimate or a trusted second opinion. You heard that right, a free same-day estimate. 402-423-6960. ActionLincoln.com.
In Nebraska, we know what matters: dedication, hard work, and taking care of our own. As loyal supporters of Husker Athletics, Lincoln Industries brings that same championship mindset to manufacturing right here in the Cornhusker State. They believe in precision, teamwork, and giving their all, and that includes taking care of their team with exceptional health benefits and wellness programs. Ready to be a part of a winning tradition? Visit LincolnIndustries.com to see all their current positions. At Lincoln Industries, they're building Nebraska's future one teammate at a time. Go Big Red. General Fire and Safety has been keeping Lincoln businesses and commercial structures safe for more than 50 years. From a simple fire extinguisher to full fire suppression systems, Lincoln has trusted General Fire and Safety to provide top-of-the-line products, installation, and maintenance. If you're starting a new business in a brand new building, call on General Fire and Safety to help you plan a fire safety system that fits the specific needs of your business, employees, and customers. Call General Fire and Safety today at 402-261-0116.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships. One with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
Bagels & Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in December. Try one of their delicious breakfast sandwiches or grilled breakfast burritos. Don't forget to snag a gift card for stocking stuffers and bring your family in from out of town. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
Nebraska Veterans Aid is here for veterans and dependents facing unforeseen financial emergencies. Get assistance with food, fuel, shelter, clothing, transportation, and even funeral and medical expenses. If you're a veteran facing a financial emergency, apply for Nebraska Veterans Aid through your county veteran service officer. Learn more at veterans.nebraska.gov/NVA. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Time for a new heating and cooling system? Get the options, brand, and efficiency that best fits your family and your home. Call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
Nebraska is in their first bowl game since 2016, and 93.7 The Ticket is on the scene. Join me, Nick Sainer, Jake Sorensen, and Adam Carricker for coverage from New York City for the Pinstripe Bowl at Yankee Stadium. We'll have videos of festivities on Friday with commentary and videos from pregame, during the game, and postgame on Saturday as Nebraska takes on Boston College at 11 a.m. Central Time. Coverage from the Pinstripe Bowl is sponsored by J-Tech Construction and Solar, High Electric, Lincoln Industries, and A1 Automotive.
Early break. He brings him in and teaches him how to be Santa Claus.
So what do you do if like a 16-year-old wants to sit on the lap? What do you do? There's a protocol.
What do we do? How do we handle it? Not
you
so
stand.
fast.
Yeah.
This is crazy. I'm going to stand up next to you.
Clause would not approve. Right.
Bunch of college girls.
Right. No. Oh, becomes no.
Early break from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket. Welcome to The Drive with AD Raff and Ahman Green. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska eSports coach, Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, we are back. It is a beautiful Friday morning here at The Drive, 1040 Ocean. We got AG and Raff in Houston. We got Nick at NYC heading to the Bronx soon for Nebraska's Pinstripe Bowl. We'll talk about that in a bit. But recap the NFL on kind of the final scores that took place as we're gone, because the last time we were on the air was on Monday. You had Miami taking care of San Francisco 29-17. Buffalo slugged it out with New England 24-21. The Cowboys, and Pete Ferguson was there. Big Pete, man, Merry Christmas to you, buddy. Pete had a great time. His Cowboys took care of business against the Bucs 26-24. AG, you guys beat New Orleans 34-0.
Yeah.
How fulfilling was that for you? Because Raff and Nick, I got some for you. But AG, talk about the Green Bay game, because they beat the smoke out of New Orleans, man.
Yeah, I mean, I saw it coming. Saints hadn't had a great year between injuries to Carr several times, and then having was it Rattler, the quarterback, the young guy from South Carolina.
Yep.
When you have a young guy and a team in disarray through injuries like they have, I was like, this is not going to be pretty. And the way the Packers are playing right now, right? They're in playoff mode, right now. And so having a team in playoff mode and a team that's like just vying position for who they're going to draft in April is the two different games. And so they did, they came out and played, they played what they could do with the talent and the people on the field. But right now, Packers is that team that you love to hate right now, that you don't want to play them in the first round. So they're going to be that team. They got the defense playing well. Without the question, the good thing, the interesting thing is Zaire Alexander is not on the field, and they're doing this without one of the best defensive backs in the NFL. And so their linebackers, their D line is coming up. I mean, I know for the defensive side of the ball, to have a shutout. Oh man, I know they had it. I hope the DC there in Green Bay handed out some cakes and pies or something, gave them an extra little something, because that rarely happens. I know they probably said it during the telecast, but when the last time the Packers or any NFL team, actually they were the first NFL team this year to have a shutout, that I heard. So hey, good morning.
Oh, I got
And
visitors. Hey, good
yeah,
morning.
yeah. So for that team to come out and do what they did, I was not surprised at all. That was part of the reason I came home, along with that reason right there. My granddaughter being here, I was like, I'm gonna just fly home, watch the game on my phone, because this is gonna be a beatdown.
Hey, her and I are in the same boat. We both don't like our roommate right now. So it's
Yeah, she got 2 new roommates for Christmas. She got Ariel and another doll she named Belle. And I'm like, and they full size. I'm like, you don't got toys, you have roommates. The toys are tall as she is, but it's hilarious.
Well, the Packers, they finish the season out. They're going to be, that's a big game. They go to the Vikings on Sunday. I'm looking right now. The tickets are going for $400 for that game in Minneapolis, and they finish out with the Bears. So they got 2 games left. They've already clinched the playoffs. Let me ask you guys this, Raff. Do you think that Green Bay, and all you guys this, does Green Bay even come out with their starters in these last 2 games?
If there's are they
better?
No, they still can move ahead of.
Thank you, Nick.
They still
Appreciate
can move
you.
ahead of Green Bay, or they can still move ahead of Minnesota or Detroit. So yeah, you still play them. For the better seating in the wild card round, you definitely want to keep on playing your starters.
100%.
They got things to play for still, man, as far as seeding. AG, go ahead, my man.
Nah, you think Coach O would have had us sit?
No.
Bill Belichick would have had ever. No. Tom, you playing. Shut your mouth. I don't care what you don't even think about sitting for, because that you lose momentum, you lose timing.
Yes.
Guys don't stay locked in as much when you like, oh, you know what? They get told on Tuesday or Wednesday, hey, we're gonna have so-and-so start because da-da-da-da-da. Like preseason ball, that's different.
Right.
This is postseason, bro. It's like, nah. It started in November, right after Thanksgiving. We riding this thing all the way to New Orleans, y'all. So you better buckle up. Don't even ask. Don't even look at me with the puppy eyes of Coach, can I sit out? No, don't even look at me like that.
Right.
Get your button. We're playing this game. We got divisional rivals anyway. We got Vikings and Bears. Oh my, we're ready to go. Let's do this. So don't ask.
Nick, my Steelers took a beat down. My neighbor, Eric Fuentes, God bless him. I love him like crazy. He's my big brother. I love him. Long-time season ticket holder. Literally my next door neighbor. And after I didn't expect my Steelers to beat the Chiefs. I didn't expect them to lose 29-10. However, you look at the stats on this, Nick. Total yards, KC 389, Pittsburgh 364. Passing yards, KC 320, Pittsburgh 162. Rushing yards, 69. We rushed for 202 yards, Nick, my Steelers. First downs, Chiefs had 20. We had 23. But, Nick, the stat, we had 2 turnovers. And it absolutely killed my Steelers. Nick, I'm going to ask you this, though, because the Chiefs are in a different position as far as sitting guys, because basically they got your Broncos coming up, Raff, and then, Nick, they have off week. With Mahomes even a little gimpy at times against Pittsburgh. Obviously, you have Kelsey, who's at least a 12-year vet right now. You have Chris Jones, who did not play on Sunday, on Christmas Day, which
he was on the sideline.
Probably would have been worse. Do you sit Mahomes, though, Nick, going into Denver?
Don't even go down that road.
I'm asking.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Because there's
we lost Nick for a little bit. He's coming back.
Okay, he's coming back.
So you might not have heard your question, but he's back. He's back. You can re-ask it.
Okay. So Nick, I'm going to ask you all about this, guys. But Nick, I'm going to go to you first. With Mahomes right now, basically you have 1 game left in regular season. You've already clinched home. Everything is done that you want to get done.
Yeah.
Mahomes was a little gimpy in Pittsburgh. He was a little gimpy on Christmas Day. Do you play? I'm asking all you guys this. We'll do it quick. But do you play Mahomes against the Broncos?
I think you do not. I think you put him healthy for the playoffs. Now, here's what I would say. I did not realize this statistic until last night at the good old pub. I found this out that they had not scored over 30 points all season long, and they're 15-1.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is insane. They're about to lock in. Raff, you know this better than anybody. They're about to dial it in, and they're about to be able to play everybody and beat everybody, and they're going to be the Kansas City Chiefs we've seen the last couple of years. So I think from a competitive standpoint, I want to say, yeah, you should play. Mahomes, you're fine. I obviously didn't affect. Yeah, he might have been a little gimpy against Pittsburgh, but did not hurt Kansas City a whole lot. And so I'm just gonna say it, AD. So anyway, through it all, unfortunately, even and maybe not 100% Patrick Mahomes still maybe gives the Chiefs best chance to win, and they're gonna put it out. I want to say yes, but I don't think they will.
Yeah.
Raff, what do you think? Get your Broncos.
They got to sit down. I mean, you look at it. They're going for a three-peat, and look at Denver. They're league leaders in sacks this year. If you put him out there and he somehow gets injured, and you completely dash your chances of a playoff run, I mean, that'd be complete and utter devastation. I don't think you can put him out there just for the fact that the Chiefs line has been struggling a lot this year. And you're going to be like, okay, I mean, I understand they want to beat the Broncos. A lot of people want to beat the Broncos. They're all jealous of the Broncos. I understand this, but you probably have got to sit him just for the fact that you don't want to take chances in a game that means absolutely nothing to the Chiefs. And another thing, too, is I would assume the Chiefs want no part of the Bengals. And if the Bengals continue to win, so I would think you sit him. I don't know.
AG, you've been in this position before. It's KC has locked up everything they need to lock up.
Yeah.
I mean, it just here's me. I would personally, I agree with Rav and Nick. I would not put Mahomes in this situation at all. First of all, you have a bitter rivalry. So Denver's defense is no freaking joke. You put Mahomes in that situation, it takes one. And to set him back. I'm not playing, and I'm telling Mahomes. In fact, Mahomes would have known before the Pittsburgh game. Yeah, this is your last game for the regular season because I'm sitting your tail until we want to get you fully healthy. But AG, I'm putting to you. What do you do with Mahomes?
We having a conversation, because Pat gets locked in, and he may not want to come out the game. He may want to be the starter here, and so. To protect him from himself, I'll say, hey, listen, maybe we could start this game, and then if it gets a little ugly out here, then let's get out the game. Because you can't stop injury. It don't matter.
Leave him back in Kansas City with his new child.
Yeah, like I said, it's up to him. He's gonna make that decision, and Andy is gonna do his best to do whatever, either have him on the field or not have him on the field, because you can't worry about injuries. It's football, y'all. You cannot worry about what you said, AD. No, I get you, but I know you're trying to have a conversation. But
I'm not.
It's the player. You got the player that has a competitive level drive as Pat Mahomes. We saw what he did in one or two Super Bowls where he basically willed his team to win, to get him in the red zone, running on that time a bad ankle too, where he ran right up the field on the 49ers defense and got a first down, ran for 25 yards on a bad leg. So he's done it before. So yeah, that's the conversation. And then you play it by ear.
You got to leave him on the runway.
You got Raff. I know y'all all scared about it. Hey, look, I ain't scared, but this is football, bro. Injuries happen, period.
I'm not playing.
Well, y'all.
I want the Chiefs at full strength.
I don't even want to say it. I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to say it.
Personally,
I'm not even going to say it. I just want to know where your Wavos at right now. That's all I want to know.
I'm telling you.
They go back up, or what's up?
I'm telling you,
this football, bro.
I want the Chiefs at full strength. I want payback from the blocked extra point or blocked field goal. But
yeah, you're a Bronco fan anyway. Of course you want to.
I don't know. I'm speaking slanted. If the Chiefs put Patrick Mahomes out there and he gets injured in week 17 of a game that means absolutely.
He's been injured during the season before.
But
they have been down this road before.
Hey, I'm all about it. If they throw Mahomes out there and he gets
we don't know
injured,
what's going to happen. So that's what I'm saying.
I'm saying
they got to have a conversation.
If I'm the owner and if I'm the owner of the Chiefs and I'm the head coach of the Chiefs, you leave Patrick Mahomes back at home with Brittany and the new child. You do not even take him to Denver. You don't even want that temptation.
No.
For one,
he's not playing.
That is not going to happen because he's going to be on that flight, regardless if he's playing or not. He's not going to leave us. He's not going to be in unless everybody approves it, right? You know, they just had a newborn kid. I kind of feel Andy, he's a player's coach. He may concede to that. Okay. But this is a big game. This is a game. Every game is a big game right now. They got their playoff position and all that.
Yeah.
But players want to play. And if they, he has that conversation, he just got to have a conversation. I don't know which way it's going to go.
I hope he plays, but man, if he gets injured,
you can't worry about that, man. Can't worry about that.
Before we go to break, can I ask Raff a question? What is it like to be playing meaningful Denver Bronco football in late December?
That's a great question.
It's been a long ride. I think it was the last time Nebraska was in a bowl game. It was kind of in the same. So I feel like I'm reborn this year.
Nick, that's a great question for Raff because Raff has had a lot of years of misery. But I'm gonna tell you something, man. Bo Nix, that dude is the freaking truth. He is the freaking truth. Wow. Unknown texter 5867. That's Dustin. Dustin goes, "Morning, fellas. This is Dustin Lake Alfred on my personal phone, listening on your way back to Florida. Hope you all had a blessed Christmas with loved ones." Dustin, brother, we appreciate you. Merry Christmas. Safe travels back to Florida as well. Dave from Renew, real quick before we go to break. Dave, what's up, DF? DF was freshly back from New York yesterday. He goes, "If he was close to 100% healthy," we're talking about Mahomes, "of course you play him, but the guy might be at 75%. Why wouldn't you give him a week or two to rest so he's 100% for the playoffs?" And Dave, I'm with you on that. I think
and I didn't say that he was going to not play. I was going to make him play. I'm just saying it's a conversation they got to have. Right. That's what I said.
What he should do is leave the wife and kids at home and go down to Cancun and spend a couple weeks.
Right. I just like how you making a decision for a grown man to do with his own family. That's all. That's what is interesting here. Right. That's what's interesting here.
Spend time with your family and like it.
Yeah. Hey, Pat. I'm Raff. I'm a big fan for the Broncos, but why don't you just stay back or go to the Bahamas? I'm Chris Raff.
Hey, there's gonna be an asterisk by the Denver Broncos win. I hope you know that.
Hey, I said this from the get-go. I want to play the Chiefs at full strength, but taking myself out of the Broncos equation, take myself out and looking in. If I'm the Chiefs, you are nuts if you take the chance to get him injured in week 17 and dash your chances of a three-peat, because they will not win a Super Bowl if Carson wins. I'm just throwing it out there right now.
Claytonia Johnson,
he was almost an MVP.
Claytonia, he goes, "I agree with Raff for once." Laugh out loud. Dave from Renew. Dave goes, "Tell AG to watch his tone with me."
Square up.
Right.
Pull up.
I'm like, man, it's football, bro. You can't coach like that. You can't be worried. Fans could worry about stuff like that, not coaches, not players.
AG, I'm gonna ask you this. Okay, before we go to break, real quick, AG, in 30 seconds, real quick. If you were in Mahomes' situation, AG, running back, you had injuries, you guys have literally clinched everything you want to clinch, and you're 80% AG. I'm gonna ask you this, and I know what you're probably gonna say. Let me take that back. Would you play in this game?
You already know my answer.
I know.
Why you even asking me this question?
But tell us anyway.
AG's playing. He's a warrior.
I'm playing. It's football. It's playoff football. Hey, if I could, I want to be, what's that? The old video game, NFL Blitz, where you get on fire. I want to have this game be the fire again. Get me rolling through the playoffs. Give me motivation. Give me whatever that I could get going to get to the next round. Be like, see what I did against them Broncos or whoever. Now we got the next game. Let's put it on them. So momentum. That's what I'm saying. It keeps me locked in. So there you go.
Thunder, good morning to you, Merry Christmas. He goes, because the Chiefs will do absolutely anything to make it tougher for division rival to make the playoffs. It's not that complicated. Folks, we are going to break. That is a complicated thing because we do got to take care of our teammates that sponsor us and that make this show go on.
Well, pay the bills.
Yes,
which can I say a special thank you to our friends that allowed me and Jake to come out here.
You absolutely must.
Even though I can't stand my roommate, I do want to thank J-Tech Construction and Solar, High Electric, Lincoln Industries, and A1 Automotive are our proud sponsors of the bowl game coverage. We're gonna have plenty of stuff coming your way. Make sure you're following Jake and I and the ticket on social media because in addition to football, we're going to have some cool, content coming out from Ground Zero, a couple of the attractions places today. We have some things in the works that we want to do. So we're going to have plenty of stuff in addition to the prototypical bowl game coverage. So once again, thanks to JTech, thanks to High Electric, Lincoln Industries, and last but certainly not least, Kendall Warnock and his team over at A1 Automotive.
Absolutely. And Nick is going to be back here because we want to get some a little more knowledge from Nick. Is there in Ground Zero as well. They're at the Pinstripe Bowl in New York. Folks, we're coming back with our predictions, and it'll be a quick segment when we come back, folks. It's The Drive, 937 Ticket. We'll be right back.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in December. Try one of their delicious breakfast sandwiches or grilled breakfast burritos. Don't forget to snag a gift card for stocking stuffers and bring your family in from out of town. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe. League One Volleyball is bringing the action to Omaha with Omaha's first serve on January 24th at 7 p.m. Central Time at the Liberty First Credit Union Arena. Witness history in the making as Love Omaha Volleyball takes on Love Madison in the team's inaugural home match. Be there to watch Olympic teammates Jordan Larson and Lauren Carlini go head-to-head in a battle of the world's best. Visit lovboma.com for tickets starting at $31. Volleyball is the next major league.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with Taco Night on Mondays or Whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
In Nebraska, we know what matters: dedication, hard work, and taking care of our own. As loyal supporters of Husker Athletics, Lincoln Industries brings that same championship mindset to manufacturing right here in the Cornhusker State. They believe in precision, teamwork, and giving their all, and that includes taking care of their team with exceptional health benefits and wellness programs. Ready to be a part of a winning tradition? Visit LincolnIndustries.com to see all their current positions. At Lincoln Industries, they're building Nebraska's future one teammate at a time. Go Big Red.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
When your home fills up with family, Allo Fiber makes sure that space is a happy place for everyone. Allo Fiber experts install it all, and full service means step-by-step support, guiding you through everything so you can stay connected to what matters, and the family can always feel at home. Put the game on, and don't worry about your Wi-Fi calling a timeout. Better TV and internet service is one connection away. Call Allo at 866-481-2556 or visit allofiber.com.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier Kawasaki dealership. Score big on Kawasaki's all-new Ridge lineup. The Ridge XR, Ridge HVAC, and the Ridge Limited, all built to take on your day with a full factory cab, including heat and AC. Stop by Indian Motorcycle of Lincoln today and rule the streets on an Indian motorcycle with customer cash and trade-in credits up to $2,000 during the month of December. Save big on their massive selection of side-by-sides, all-terrain vehicles, motorcycles, and power watercraft on end-of-the-year special store-wide at their new 27th and I-80 location.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships, one with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
You can help fight deadly diseases like RSV and influenza while getting paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is now seeking clinical trial participants in your area. Participants can receive compensation for study-related time. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. That's velocitytrials.com.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
Your Christmas list changes a lot as you get older. Dreams of video games, remote control cars, and baseball gloves turn into dreams of shoes. You know, practical things. Brown Shoe Fit is the king of shoes in Lincoln, with brands like Sorel, Ugg, Brooks, Hoka, and more to make you fashionable and comfortable. Grab a new Ridge wallet or buy 3, get 1 free on smart wool socks for the ultimate stocking stuffer. And don't forget a reliable gift card for that hard-to-buy person in your life. Brown Shoe Fit at 66th and Q in Lincoln.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Gray on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
There we go. I see you, black shirt. I see you, baby. I see you, baby. Look like you're about to play again, man. Folks, we are back. Got 2 guys in H-Town. In Houston, we got Nick there in the Bronx. Guys, we're going to hop right into our predictions. AG, what's your score for tomorrow? Or not?
Oh, he's got to hit his mic. Hit your mic, AG. There you go.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one. I believe it's going to be 24-20 our Huskers.
24-20.
BC got a good game, good team. They got some defensive players, offensive players, so it's going to be a tight one. And we on the East Coast, so they didn't have to adjust to no time zone.
Right.
That too.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Raff, what do you think, brother?
Nebraska 38-7.
Oh, snaps.
Oh, wow. I like it. He going all in on that.
8-7.
You do know, like Boston College is an actual football team, right?
Fact.
38-7.
It's not Boston College from when Doug Flutie was there. Just no.
Oh, then I will be closer.
I like the pillow wall back there on the bed, man. I'd be kicking Jake out. Dude. I'd be sleeping in the bed.
There's nothing there. I think Farley just called Jake because I hear Jake go, "What do you want, Farley?" so I think I don't know what's going on, but anyway, here's where I kind of land on this one. I think Nebraska wins comfortably. I think they win by double digits. I'm gonna say 28 to 10 ish area. The reason I say that, if Thomas Castellanos, Boston College's quarterback, was playing, I think Boston College would actually win this game. I think, however, with him transferring, he's now going to Florida State. I think without him tomorrow, Boston College's offense struggles a little bit. I think Nebraska's defense is going to be the key. It's going to be rainy. It's going to be kind of crappy. It's going to be a bring your own juice type of thing. I look for Nebraska to get 2 turnovers tomorrow, and that kind of be the difference maker.
I'm going to say this real quick before I turn it back over to Nick to give a little breakdown. I'm going to say I think it's a closer game. I say Nebraska 28-20 is what I'm looking at. Is going to be I think it's going to be an alley fight there in the Bronx, 28-20. Nick, let us all know before we get to the RGT real fast. Nick, let us know kind of the rundown for tomorrow.
Yeah, so obviously, I mean, later today, there's going to be a coach's press conference at noon over Zoom. So we'll have kind of some thoughts on that one throughout on our social media pages as well, and you can hear obviously bites from that on the shows throughout the course of the day on the ticket. But other than that, normal kind of Friday as we preview this. Jake and I will obviously be posting plenty of videos, plenty of content, thoughts, and stuff from NYC. But then tomorrow we'll have the pregame show starting at 8 a.m. Central Time. So your guys' time. The Yankee Stadium does not open until 9 Eastern. So right as soon as the pregame show starts, Yankee Stadium is opening up. So we're trying to figure out logistics of when we want to get in there. Jake and I will join the pregame show from Yankee Stadium. We're going to figure things out. It's just kind of logistical things, making sure that we can get connected and everything like that to make it easiest as possible on you guys back in Lincoln. And we'll bring you coverage from the game. Just want to once again say thank you to J-Tech Construction and Solar, High Electric, Lincoln Industries, and A1 Automotive for their support as always. It's going to be a good time. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. It's Nebraska. They get a chance to play on ABC at 11 a.m. tomorrow. So talking nationally televised. Hopefully Nebraska can score as many points as some of the other bowl games, but hopefully the scores aren't as close as some of the other bowl games tomorrow.
Absolutely. Big Hoss, real fast. Good morning, Big Hoss. He goes, so Nebraska hasn't played Boston College, but has faced Bill O'Brien. Does that help or hurt Nebraska, or does it matter if they play against Bill O'Brien? What's your opinion? Raff, go ahead and knock that one out. What's your opinions on that, man?
I have some knowledge, but different teams, different years. Nebraska is a whole different. They run a different defense. So what he called back then, I mean, I'm sure he's got his tendencies, which I'm sure the analytics department for Nebraska has probably looked strongly into. So, I mean, it maybe a little bit of what his go-to stuff is, but it's with different defense and stuff. He'll probably have some different calls going up against a different defense. So, but they'll definitely have checked their analytics throughout the year, what he's called. So.
Well, I'll say this before the RGT. Bill and Bennett, good morning to you. The odds are going overtime. Hey, I tell you what, who knows? Who freaking knows? We got a lot of new guys on both sides of the ball. New OC still, obviously, this will be a fourth game, I believe, that Dana Holgerson will have the helm as OC. Raff, what do you got for the RGT, brother?
All right, everybody. Today's Raff's Good Take has to go out to the Diamond Head Classic champions, the Nebraska men's basketball team, and Fred Hoiberg. Congratulations. Hope you all had a safe flight back. Get back to work here in next couple of days against Southern, I believe. So
yep.
Good luck. And you guys are Raff's Good Take. Go Big Red. And oh, by the way, Kent Pavelka had a 5-hour energy before the game. So he's into the 5-hour energies now too, AD. So
hey, you got me onto it, Raff. It works, brother.
It's spreading throughout the nation. So
I love it.
Raff's Good Take, Nebraska men's basketball.
I love it. AD's Attitude Adjustment is sponsored by the Body Lab, who I wouldn't seen Tuesday. I was not here Monday because my sciatic nerve was kicking my tail. AG, it is killing me. This is day 9 that I have not been able to work out. I'm doing stretches. Today is probably the most mobile I've been because Monday was not happening, man. I could hardly sleep. If you have sciatic, sciatica, if you've dealt with it, you know that pain shoots all the way down your daggum legs. So I thank God for my health to be back, but probably not the gym until sometime next week. So the Body Lab is a sponsor. Rachel took care of me. They're located at 14th and Yankee Hill, offers everything from physical therapy, trigger point dry needling, a cold plunge tub, and infrared sauna. Learn more, schedule your appointment with Rachel and her amazing team at thebodylablnk.com or visit them at 14th and Yankee Hill, like I will, most likely on Monday again. Folks, my 80 attitude adjustment is very simple. Enjoy this time of the season. It goes fast, it goes quick. I know maybe some of you, this is your first without certain there. Prayers go out to you on that. HE, what do you got, my man?
Got a little echo going on. But a good take out to my happy birthday to my older brother Nicky. He is old. I'm just messing with him.
He's old.
That's Niall's father. And so shout out to him. His birthday was December 22nd. I called his phone. He has a cell phone he don't pick up. So I tried to give him a call, left a message there. But then a good take, I say some 80 attitude adjustment action going on. It says you will face many defeats in your life. Never let yourself be defeated. So, all right, you understand that?
There she is.
No, she don't.
Oh, baby girl, there she is.
Well, that was one of my favorite Arthur's Maya Angelou quote right there. So
I love it. AG, which baby girl's name, man? Who's that right there?
Oh, Melanie.
Melanie, good morning
With
to
her
you,
baby. She learned how to put a diaper on last night. So there we go.
Nick, you take us
That's what I'm doing here.
Actually, we're not gonna have Nick take us home from New York. Nick, take us home from New York.
All right, guys. Appreciate you listening. Hopefully the connection wasn't too bad. Bad.
You sound like a robot. You sound like a robot. Is that what it is?
Raff, take us home, man.
All right, everyone. Be nice to each other. And remember, go Big Red. We'll talk to you on Monday.
Go Big Red. Go Big Red. All right.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. The holidays are here, and Fairway has everything you need for charcuterie boards, shrimp trays, party platters, wine, beer, spirits, and more. Plus,